We are Tom and Leanna, and in March 2025 we took our very first cruise, which was amazing. We went with MSC and spent the week on a beautiful ship called the Fantasia. Just so it's all easy to understand, we thought we would add in the itinerary at the beginning of our video so that all of the footage makes sense. We flew from London to Genoa in Italy on the Saturday and spent the Sunday hiking along the coast, seeing lots of quaint fishing villages. On Monday we boarded the ship in Genoa. Tuesday we were in Naples. Wednesday we were in Sicily. Thursday we were in Tunisia. Friday the boat was at sea. Saturday we visited Barcelona. And on Sunday we were in France. On the Monday we had to unfortunately get off the boat back into Genoa, but we went to visit Portofino for the day, which was so picturesque and a bucket list destination. Tuesday was time to fly back home. So yeah, that's the breakdown of what we did over the duration of the holiday, and as you'll see, we both had a great week.
So we've just arrived at destination number 1. We've literally just got here and walked in. It's up in a very tall building, so we're like in the loft space. Got a little bed there, and this is really beautiful. I have to mind my head. It's dark because it's evening time. It's about 6:30, but it's got a lovely balcony. Look at this. It's very beautiful. I'm sure in daylight it's going to be even more beautiful. So far, first impressions of Italy, it's just really pretty. We just got here on the train, and just looking out the window, it was just absolutely stunning. We're just staying here for Saturday night, and then we're going to be doing some coastal hiking tomorrow, and then staying here again, and then Monday we'll be getting on the boat. But yeah, it's got a little kitchen. It's basic and simple, but it's just everything we need really, because we're just going to be hiking tomorrow and then sleeping and then getting on the boat on Monday. Look, there's Tom. Woo! We've just got to this absolutely beautiful viewpoint, and we're going to stop and have lunch here because it's so beautiful. I keep crying at how beautiful Italy is. It's so stunning. So we've continued our hike up from that town and we're on to the next one. We're going up all of these quite steep stairs at the moment through like farmland. There's all fresh fruits, oranges. There's a lovely Tom. We're a bit out of breath because we're just going upstairs at the moment. But there's fruit trees everywhere, lemons and oranges. And look at this contraption that Tom spotted. It looks like Santa's sleigh on here, but it's basically on a rail. There's a chair on a like storage thing. You can put things on there, and then it's on a rail and it takes them up to the top of their land, so they don't have to go up all of the steps. Very inventive and very clever, especially if you're carrying loads of fruit as well. But it's very beautiful here. Look at the bay. This hike is definitely worth doing. It's absolutely so beautiful and picturesque. Just look at that. Oh my goodness. I have cried 5 times today on this hike because it's just so scenic and beautiful. And tomorrow we're going on the boat, so we're so excited. So it's a Monday morning and we just left our little apartment. We're just walking to the train station. Tom's got all the luggage, I've got the suitcase, and we're going on the boat. We're so excited. We've just arrived in Genova and we think this is our boat. It's huge. I thought it was a building. We got through security really easy. It took about 10 minutes. They took our bags and we're getting on the boat. It's huge. It's massive. We have just come up and we're just trying to find our room. We're on the 11th floor. Yeah, it's a really long corridor.
Maybe there's other lifts we're closer to than those central ones. Oh yeah, yeah.
Pretty sure you could walk 10 miles a day on the cruise ship. Oh wow, it's so nice. Okay, room tour time. It's amazing. So this is where we're staying and we've somehow managed to get a balcony even though we didn't pay for a balcony room. It's a really nice room. This is the bed area and you've got like a sofa-y lounge bit over there with a vanity area, and then we've got our balcony out here. Oh hello seagull. It's plenty of room. It's really nice. It's so pretty. And then over in this door, this is where we come in, and then over in here is the shower and the toilet, and Tom just tested out the shower. It was very high pressure, and in here is all of the storage, but there's plenty of room for suitcases. It's a big storage. Up there is the life jacket department just in case, hopefully not, and then we've got enough storage to put the suitcases in there, and in here is like chest of drawers and a safe and everything. But it is a great room. Really happy with it. We really loved our room and it was enough space for the week. And the one thing we enjoyed the most actually was in the evening sitting out on the balcony, watching the sunset, watching the moon come up and the stars come out. And we spent the rest of Monday exploring the ship because obviously it was still in port. But this is basically the main atrium bit when you first get on the boat. And it was so impressive. It looks so grand and posh. And they have this infamous Swarovski crystal staircase. And it literally was like we were walking in a 5-star boat. We were quite lucky to see everywhere on the boat kind of empty because we got on quite early in the morning, so people hadn't really boarded yet. But it was just absolutely immaculate and we were so blown away when we were walking around. It kind of felt like it was a city on sea, and we just couldn't get over the fact that there was a full-size theatre on the boat. It just doesn't seem like a boat at all. There was also a large casino on the ship as well, with all the slot machines and the gambling and the roulette and all of that. And they had like live music there in the evenings. We didn't end up going there because we're not really gambling type of people, but it was a popular space in the evenings which people seem to enjoy. But there's just so much in terms of facilities. Like, for example, when you're at sea for the day, if you're not going into port, there's enough to do to not get bored. And there's this Italian square. This was one of the favourite parts of the ship, I think, what everyone really enjoyed. There's like this Italian square that has a gelato section and cakes and everything and coffee, and it was always full up with people. Obviously, in these clips, it looks empty at the moment, but we'd just got on and people hadn't got on yet. But every evening, it was like really popular. There were also quite a few different lounges scattered throughout the boat where you could just sit and relax and have a drink with like comfy chairs, sit and look out of the window kind of thing, but also have social get-togethers. We noticed in the evening a lot of people would be sitting and chatting and listening to live music. There was always someone on the piano or someone with a guitar or something. And there was also a row of shops. It was like a mini high street on the boat. There's a little shopping street as well. You can buy anything on here. Look, dresses, bags. It's like little shopping section. Famous Swarovski staircase. It's a bit fancy what you're walking on. We were so impressed with the cleanliness of the boat. It was just absolutely immaculate, and it stayed that way the entire week. Every evening we were going to different bars because they had different activities on, like ABBA discos, silent discos, 90s parties, karaoke. And just throughout the week, it was just immaculate everywhere. And the boat is designed really well. Because they have most of the bars on one deck, so you can just walk up and down and see what's going on in each bar, whether there's live music or if there's an activity going on, and it's just really fun. It's a good atmosphere and the staff work really hard. All of the staff were hyping you up, getting you to sing and dance and just let your hair down and have fun, and it just seemed like this big happy party in the middle of the sea in the evenings. But you could also find quiet spaces as well if you just wanted to chill out and relax. The boat also had a really large buffet as well, and it was open pretty much all day and you could just self-serve. They had such a wide variety of food. There was loads of salads, fresh fruit and veg, fresh pasta, fresh bread, curries, carvery, seafood. And we didn't really end up eating there because we were so impressed with the restaurant food, because we had a time slot in the main dining restaurant every evening and the food was absolutely phenomenal. So we didn't really feel the need to go to the buffet. But the couple of times we did pop into the buffet for like midnight pizza, which was really good, we were impressed with the selection of food that they had out. The upper deck of the boat was also designed really nicely and it was relaxing to walk around it in the evenings. There was a swimming pool in the middle and it was surrounded by hot tubs, but they also had a couple of bars on the outside as well, and they were selling ice cream and smoothies and cocktails and things like that. And there were a few different sun lounges and tables and chairs, so people could sit out there chatting and reading and sunbathing when it was sunny. And the entrance to the buffet was right there as well, so it was a bit of a place where people could hang out and go and get food easily. There was also an indoor swimming pool as well, and the boat also had a gym and a spa area, but I didn't take any clips of that because obviously you want to respect people's privacy when they're working out and sweating and running on the treadmill and things like that. But basically what I'm trying to say is the boat had everything you could imagine. It literally catered to all of your needs. Welcome to Naples. We've just literally got off the boat. We're in the port. Just gonna say the traffic in Naples is mad. Look at all of this. We just come off the boat. We're just trying to find our way into the town, and there's just bikes everywhere. It's mad. We're just walking along this street. It's got lots of little shops, and Tom has got the remnants of an arancini ball, and I've got this like mac and cheese ball, they said. It's like a fried mac and cheese ball, but it's very interesting architecture. We've just stopped to have a little gelato and a little snack break at this cafe. We've got chocolate gelatos each, and we got recommended to try these. These are traditional desserts. I cannot pronounce the name, I have no idea. But he said it's filled with ricotta and orange, and one of them's crispy and one of them's soft, but I don't know which way around it was. Which one? We think that one's soft, that one's crispy, but he said they're very traditional desserts. And we've got chocolate gelato as well. And the lovely Tom. We're just making our way back to the boat, and we've had a really good first stop on the cruise ship. It was really good to walk around Naples. It's got a really interesting atmosphere. The vibe is like chaotic, and there's just like motorbikes everywhere. There's loads of hustle and bustle, as you can see. And the tour was really interesting, seeing all of the Roman and Greek ruins. and yeah, it's just been like chaotic. Tom really liked it. And we're just going back to the boat for some dinner, and we'll be on to, where are we going tomorrow? Sicily tomorrow. So yeah, it was really good here. Chaotic but good. We had so much fun in Naples, and that evening we went to a silent disco on the boat, which was so much fun. You could pick from different music channels, so we were all listening to different things, and it's just hilarious watching this footage back. So we're walking through the market, which is amazing. We've got some fresh strawberries, and this is potato croquettes, and you said this is chickpeas in a sandwich, and then we've got an arancini which we just split in half because we're going to share it, and it's a mozzarella and spinach one. I also bought a skirt, but I don't think you're going to hear me, it's chaotic here. Hope this church has got a toilet. Today is Friday and it's a sea day. We've just woken up, it's about 10:30. It's just absolutely beautiful outside. We were up late last night until about 2:30 in the morning because we went to this 90s themed disco, so we were dancing. And today is at sea, so we're just going to go to bingo, go to a quiz show and go to a karaoke and have dinner. And it's gala night today on the ship as well, so it's going to be a bit more formal and dressed up. But just look how beautiful it is. We really enjoyed our sea day, and they had a talent contest and some of the acts were just phenomenal. There were other people staying on the boat, and just watch these two clips how good these people were. Good morning, it's a beautiful day. It's Saturday today and we're in Barcelona. We've just arrived at the port. It's very industrial, and we're going to get the shuttle bus into the main town. We've been to Barcelona before, exactly 7 years ago, this month actually, and we're looking forward to seeing it again because it's a very interesting place to visit. We both really enjoyed seeing Barcelona again because it holds very special memories for us. It was the first place that we ever went together. And when we got back on the boat, there was an ABBA party late into the evening and we just had so much fun.
All together.
We've just got into Marseille and we're going to go check out this cathedral. You're not getting any. You're not getting any. Portofino is so beautiful, so of course I was crying again. We're just going back now and we actually have to go to that town over there, but we're just going to walk all around the coast and go back because it's so beautiful. It's just absolutely stunning and there's people going by on little bikes and just people enjoying themselves, and it's such a beautiful day, and The scenery is just like heaven. I can't even describe to you in person how stunningly beautiful it is. We both had such an amazing week together, and this was hands down one of our best holidays that we've had so far. We definitely would recommend a cruise. One of the highlights for us was seeing so many different places in a short period of time. We just had so much fun on the cruise. It just really was amazing, and we love seeing Italy particularly, but all of it was just absolutely fantastic. And we're going to leave you now with a little montage of all of the delicious food we had on the cruise, because it was like the best food we'd ever eaten.